one of the most frustrating things for me when I was young.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're laughing about it.
I remember.
The kid that goes high, the kid that moonballs, you got to be able to take it on the rise, take it early, hit swinging volleys, take that game away. You don't want to be on the back foot at the back fence, right? Hitting the ball up. And really, the most important thing is that you're playing for the future.
Right.
So if you have trouble taking the ball on the rise, moving properly, timing the ball properly, if you struggle with that and it's not developed, you're going to have trouble at higher levels and as you get older.
Right.
You always trained all the players, not just me, but all the players for the future.
Right.
I want you good at 15, 16, 18 years old, right?
Right, yeah.
So what did you tell me at that age? What did you tell me in the 12s and the 14s and, what were we doing?
What we were doing is that, we were doing all these basket drills and live ball drills and targets and, but I try to, you had to earn every single shot. Like you got to learn to hit with more topspin, with less topspin, the slice back and, feel the ball, learn to change the pace of the ball, in different situations, serve and volley, serve, with topspin, all the different varieties of shots that there is in the game. And, and I felt that by doing that, by the time you turn 15, you became a solid player all around. And then I knew that you were on your way to become a very good player. And that was the key. So to me, it's just a matter of a good player has to know all the shots, not just be limited, to one thing. And, that's what we did.
And against the Moonballer, you need all the shots.
Yeah.
You need it because they're going to keep testing you point after point for hours.
Yeah.
And that's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Especially for the little kids and for the parents that are listening to this.
Right.
It's a nightmare. Nightmare for me, a nightmare for many kids. But if you play the right way, it's going to pay dividends in the future.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, the most important part, I think, is understanding footwork, of your shots. If somebody moonballs you, you're gonna hit the ball on the rise, but a lot of the juniors especially, they plant on the baseline and they want to hit the ball, and the ball just got too high on them, so they don't time it properly. It's a matter of mobility behind the ball and timing. When the ball bounces and the ball starts to come out, you need to hit the ball here, not up there. So you need to, go back, time it properly, and go forward to hit the ball.
We'll demonstrate the movement and the timing required to play against someone who's going a high moonball or someone who's going high and heavy to you, because there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of timing involved, but once you have it down and it's trained, you can really take away that play from your opponent, and then they're in trouble.
Good. I mean, basically what it is that your movement was back and forth, and the preparation of your racket was early every time. So, that's the key right there. The racket back and the movement behind the ball going back and forth, timing it, at this level here, not up there. So, the preparation and the footwork, basically.
Exactly. What I'm feeling on these shots is what feels comfortable to me. Like, as you just said, hitting it at the shoulder level feels great. But the second, if I'm a little late and I get it up around my head, that feels terrible.
Right, that's because the racket was not back and you didn't move that well then.
I didn't move well.
Exactly, right.
Right, so that's key to have the proper contact point and where you're hitting that ball from.
The other thing is that it's important is that you're tracking his racket. You're tracking, how he's hitting the ball and how the ball is coming out of his racket. So you're tracking that
So I can move properly.
So exactly, you're anticipating the play. So that's why you can move, well and have the racket back.
Yeah, I'm watching how high, how deep I think it's going. I'm moving based on that. And then I can take the ball at my shoulder level, which is exactly where I want to take the shot from.
But a lot of juniors don't do that. They recognize the shot once the ball is almost, by the
yeah,
net.
they're late watching it.
They're late watching your opponent's, emotion. How are they going to hit the ball?
Yeah, they're late, so then now their timing is off and everything. They're not anticipating the ball coming out of their opponent's racket.
Exactly, right.
When you're playing a moonballer, it's really important that you move well, you see the ball coming out of your opponent's racket, and you move with the racket back. So in this live ball demonstration, I'm gonna be moving. I wanna catch the ball at my shoulder level. That's my ultimate goal, to take the ball on the rise. I don't want to let that person going high on me, high and heavy, or high soft like a moonball. I don't want to let them push me back. That's not my game. I'm an aggressive player. So I want to take the ball at my shoulder level. And if I take it, if you see me take it here, I've kind of messed up my timing of my movement, my preparation. So that's not what I want. I want to take it here at my shoulder level, going forward and really hurting that person across the net.
But right there, he did not move back enough, and the racket was not back. So then he got caught.
Yeah, that was bad right there, bad movement.
So again, you did not anticipate his racket, his motion. See, that was very good. You anticipated, how you move the racket through the ball.
I'm moving with the racket back. I'm taking it on the rise.
Right. But I mean, also, you're seeing that when he does this, when his motion goes up, he is going to moonball. Or he does this on the back and the same thing. When he does this, he's driving it more. So that's giving you anticipation of what's going to happen.
Yep.
All right, very good. Well done.
How to implement the strategy against a moonballer, maybe someone that has big swings. Maybe you're going to play on a fast court. A lot of players grow up on an indoor court. So these are all great ways, and you want to be able to take the ball on the rise, right, against the moonballers, the ones with big swings, the ones that are maybe they're on the back foot and off balance. Or if you're going to play on a really fast court, you have to be able to move well, have the racket back early, go forward, and take the ball on the rise, which I believe is very high-level professional tennis.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yes.
You don't see players waiting on the top-level ATP and the WTA Tour. You see amateurs, they might be off balance, and they're going high, and they're moonballing, and you may see that in amateur tennis. But at the high-level, elite amateur and professional game, it's about taking time away, moving forward, and really putting pressure on that person. And lastly, you taught us not to just rip the ball, but to take it early.
Right.
How do you train that, Pierre?
Well, again, we did it through the drills, the basket drills, and the live ball, and it was, I taught you how to understand, to actually look at your opponent's racket, how they make the swing, what kind of a swing they have. Is it a big loop? Is it a shorter swing? Did they slap at the ball? Did they hit more topspin? And just anticipate that ball coming out of that racket, regardless of the swing they did. And that way, I taught you, okay, he's playing you deeper, or he's playing you very low and fast. So, we made adjustments. I taught you, how to move better, how to, counterattack that by hitting the ball always on the rise. And that's just preparation and movement.
The two most important aspects of playing great tennis and timing the ball is the preparation of the racket and how well someone's going to move to that ball.